Good evening, everyone, and welcome to day number 2 of our carpet special. Our red carpet special, that one is. Two big championship matches here this evening. SWE Women's and SWE Men's Championship, both up for grabs from Rio Rancho, New Mexico? Maybe? But kicking the show off first, we have got a tag team match featuring two teams that are in desperate need of some points. We have got the Nation of Domination, Mark Henry and D'Lo Brown, going up against Edge and Christian. Both these teams currently on -2 in the tag team rankings. And if you look at the singles rankings as well, Mr. Christian is still bricking it, really. He's still pretty low down on -4. So a very important match for both these teams, and of course singles-wise for Christian as well. Mark Henry up on +2 from last year after 2 matches, so he did pretty well, I suppose. And Edge is on 0 from 14 matches last year. D'Lo, I've done it with a funny thing another. Monty Brown, D'Lo Brown, there he is, on -1 from 1 match last year. So yeah, it's important for all these people. Christian will be desperate to get away from the bottom part of that rankings, as will D'Lo Brown. The likes of Mark Henry, 2 wins from 2 so far for him, so he'll be looking pretty good as well. Henry with the big strikes, a big one in the back as well of Christian again. Another big strike in the back of Christian, and of course Mark Henry, the world's strongest man. He's a big boy. He is a big boy. Nice jawbreaker there by Christian. And gets caught once again straight away, though, by Mark Henry, who seems to be in a great vein of form here this evening. Christian now in with a neckbreaker on Mark Henry, as D'Lo Brown dropping Edge face first across the apron. Christian now finally got some control over Mark Henry, heading up to the top. Looking with a frog splash, but it's not to happen as Mark Henry got the knees up. Nice power slam there by Mark Henry, then in with a headbutt as well. At the moment, the Nation of Domination are doing exactly as their name intends. They are dominating. D'Lo Brown now taking Edge up. No, Edge fights it back. And now Edge coming across to save Christian, who was locked in that camel clutch. And I think Edge, Christian, sorry. Yeah, Edge flattened the referee in the process there. Mark Henry's arm seems to completely glitch there for a second. And there's the spear by the Rated R superstar Edge. And that could be enough to get Edge and Christian the victory. There's the pin for the 1-2. But Mark Henry gets across and breaks it up before flattening Edge as well. Mark Henry once again now with a front chancery. Hooks the arm behind the back before the power slam. That's a very painful maneuver, that one. Very, very painful indeed. And now just pinching away at the shoulder of Edge. Again, Christian decks the referee. Poor referee this match has taken more bumps than Mark Henry. There's the boot in the spine there by Edge. Now slamming another boot into the back of Mark Henry. But Henry gets himself back up to his feet and now taking Edge up, but Edge able to slide out the back into the neckbreaker. Christian dumping D'Lo Brown to the outside, and Edge and Christian control the match now. Christian going a bit high risk, not like him, and obviously it failed. Edge flattens Mark Henry, and again with a clothesline. Dropping Mark Henry face first. Edge now in with that big execution DDT. D'Lo Brown's down. This could be the chance, though. Edge doesn't go for the pin. He looks to try and continue the assault, and Mark Henry, the world's strongest man, back up on his feet. Mark Henry busted open here, actually. And now with a big power slam once again, before rocking in with a headbutt, but junkyard dog style. Dropping his body weight across the spine of Edge. It's been a very interesting back and forth match this one. The Nation of Domination once again dominating. Mark Henry taking Edge up, in with that world's strongest slam. There's the pin. If D'Lo can keep Christian in control, that could be enough. No, Edge able to kick out. Mark Henry gets himself up to the middle rope. There is a lovely moonsault there by D'Lo Brown. Who would have thought we'd be using D'Lo Brown? That's the wonder about SWE, isn't it? Everybody is involved. Absolutely everyone's involved. As D'Lo now springs off the ropes and over the top with a dive, flattening Christian. Christian. D'Lo re-enters the ring while Edge flattens Mark Henry on the outside. Comes across and breaks up the pin. Edge flattens D'Lo Brown. Now Christian lining up D'Lo. Is he thinking potentially for a kill switch? He has the arms hooked. In with a kill switch. If Edge can control Henry, which he looks to do, but Mark Henry fighting Edge away. Is Mark Henry quick enough to get in there? He is just about quick enough to get in there to break that pin up. Nice shin breaker there by Mark Henry. This has been a cracking match so far, to be honest. Don't often have like really good tag team matches, but this one's been really enjoyable actually. D'Lo Brown now bringing Christian back up, clubbing blows, looking for another one, but Christian fighting back. Mark Henry trying to take Edge up, but Edge turns that one around and launches Henry. Edge with a spear on Mark Henry. Christian battling, taking down D'Lo Brown. This could be the chance for Edge and Christian for the 1, the 2, and the 3, and Edge and Christian do pick up the victory. Oh, God, do they need that. So the win for Edge and Christian, that puts them up to -1. The loss for the Nation of Domination moves them down to -3. Then in the singles rankings as well, we've got D'Lo Brown. Drops down to -2. Mark Henry moves down to +1. Edge is going to move up to +1. And Christian is going to move up to -3. That's going to move him up 2 spaces in the rankings. Not much, but, you know, it's better than where he was. And there we go. Victory then for Edge and Christian in this big match against the Nation of Domination. That's the words I was looking for. And here we go then with our our first of the 2 championship matches tonight. Our second match overall. We have got Thunder Rosa defending the... Take 2. We'll cut that bit out. We have Thunder Rosa defending the SWE Women's Championship against Charlotte, who of course won that triple threat elimination match last night. Well, it wasn't last night, it was 2 days ago, but still. As we see Thunder Rosa now pushing Charlotte back into the ropes. Charlotte now taking Thunder Rosa up into the backbreaker. I wonder if the momentum she picked up from yesterday's win is going to be enough to really help out here. That's club and blow in the back there by Thunder Rosa. Nice takedown. Thunder Rosa now sending Charlotte into the corner. Looks for the running drop kick, but Charlotte was able to avoid. And Thunder Rosa, oh, lovely arm breaker. Very, very smart move there. As Thunder Rosa now hooking the legs and rolling it up into a surfboard. Good maneuver. As Charlotte pops back into the pin. And a running knee strike there by Thunder Rosa, clattering Charlotte right in the throat. And now working over the back of the leg of Charlotte as well. Thunder Rosa is in control. And Thunder Rosa now slamming Charlotte face first into the apron. Going to continue on here now with the arm wringer. But Charlotte fights that one free. And a clothesline to the outside. Big chops here by Charlotte and a big chop back there by Thunder Rosa on the outside. Remember, the championship advantage is going here. If this match was to end in a double counter, which is not because they both got back in the ring now, but if it did, Thunder Rosa would walk away with the championship. You can only win the belt by pinfall or submission. If it's a disqualification on either part, the champion retains the belt. If it's a count out on either part, the champion retains the belt. There's the pin by Thunder Rosa on Charlotte, only enough for a 1 count. Thunder Rosa here wrenching back at the arm. Really wrenching back on that arm now. Thunder Rosa heading up to the top. And she is going to look to land a back senton, but Charlotte got the knees up. So at the moment, Charlotte is actually... Let me just double check this before I say it out loud, because I might be wrong here. No, okay. Yeah, it was wrong. Okay, Charlotte is currently second, or joint... No, there we go. Let me start this again. Charlotte is third highest in the women's rankings. Currently, Thunder Rosa and Beth Phoenix are joint top. Obviously, a win here for Thunder Rosa would not only keep her as the champion, but it would put her at the top of the rankings on her own. There's the pin by Thunder Rosa once again on Charlotte, who did pick up 2 points in that match yesterday. 1 for the elimination of Bunny and 1 for the overall win. As Thunder Rosa now with a Fire Thunder driver on Charlotte, and that could be enough to retain the championship for the 1, the 2, and the 3. It is. Thunder Rosa picks up the singles victory here against Charlotte. And Thunder Rosa picks up the point, which does mean that Thunder Rosa is now top of the SWE women's rankings on +11. She got +10 from last year. She's now on +1 for this year, and she successfully retains the SWE Women's Championship. Right then, let's move on to our main event, as Charlotte is not happy with this loss at all. Let's move on to the main event. And let's move on to the SWE Championship match. And here we go then. Main event time, SWE World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins has a very difficult defense here as he goes up against Jeff Cobb, Bret Hart, and Walter. Walter getting his 3rd opportunity now in not a very short period of time. But these are the top 4 men from last year in the rankings, and Carpet thought this was a fair way of defining who would defining who would be part of this. I can't talk anymore. I've got a cough and all that sort of stuff, but I've had several negative COVID tests, so I still have not had COVID, even though I've got the symptoms again. But there we go. This is a big match here for Seth Rollins. Now, let me tell you why. Similar to the previous one. So Seth is our current SWE champion. However, he is still only 2nd in the rankings. He's 4 points beneath Jeff Cobb. If Seth was to win this match with all 3 eliminations, Seth could go top of the rankings ahead of Jeff Cobb. Be the first time in over a year, I think, that somebody would have taken Jeff Cobb's position at the top of the rankings. And I will stress once again, as I always do, I know that Jeff Cobb has become some sort of channel mascot for us here. However, I have not once wrangled it to make Jeff Cobb stronger. He's like 87 rated, I think. He's just incredible. I don't know, it must be something to do with the core and the moveset. I don't know what it is, but either way, he's just outstanding constantly. But he is still top of the rankings at this point on plus 23. Seth Rollins on plus 19. Bret Hart on plus 14. And Walter on plus 13. So, yeah, points up for grabs here this evening. As well as the SWE Championship as well. Of course, Seth walks in your champion after 2 successful defenses over Christmas. And of course, Seth actually won the championship away from Jeff Cobb, who was on his 2nd championship reign at the time. So Jeff Cobb could become a 3-time SWE champion here. I remember Bret Hart is also the United States, or not the United States anymore, the North American champion. So whoever was to pin Bret here, if Bret is not to win, then maybe they would be someone who you would have to say should be getting an opportunity at the SWE North American Championship. We'll have to wait and see who's who, as Walter did lock in the submission there on Seth, but Seth was very close to the ropes. Seth with a spinning boot in the gut of Walter, rolls him through, and then in with that super kick to the kneeling Walter, and this could be the first elimination here, as Seth drops into the pin for the 1, the 2, no, only a 2 count, Walter able to kick out, as Bret with a beautiful DDT there on Jeff Cobb. And the rankings are looking pretty cool now. There's still a couple of people who I might say are a lot higher than what they should be, like TJP in 21st and Ace Romero in 23rd. I mean, these are people that there are better people out there, in my opinion, on the rankings who are not as high up. But that's the way it works. We give the people the opportunity, they take it. Jeff Cobb now around the back of Bret, and drops Bret face first. Walter taking Seth up in a jackknife powerbomb, and Jeff Cobb jumps on top of Seth Rollins. Walter's going to let it happen because, I mean, as much as you get the ranking point, at the same time, you just want to get people eliminated in these sort of matches. The ranking points is secondary here. What you really want is the championship, obviously. But if you can get the rankings up, as Jeff Cobb, lovely little combination there, culminating in that German suplex. As the battle commences now of all 4 men inside the ring. Walter stalking Jeff Cobb. Walter taking Cobb up on the shoulders, looking for that Rikishi driver, the Walter driver. Boom, slams him. This could be the good night here for Jeff Cobb. Middle of the ring, Walter drags in the ring general with a pin for the 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Jeff Cobb kicks out as Seth now slamming Bret Hart with a curb stomp. That could be a... So like we said, if Seth can get all 3 eliminations, then Seth could go above Jeff Cobb tonight in the rankings. For the first time in 12 months or however long it's been, somebody would take Jeff Cobb's position at the top of the rankings. Walter with a boot in the arm. Catches Seth now with a front chance through Seth fighting free. And now Seth taking Walter down face first. Seth now rolling Walter through again with that super kick. If Seth eliminates Walter, this will be very interesting. Oh no, Walter kicks out. Remember, Seth needs both of these eliminations, I think, if he wants to finish top. Yeah, he'll need both to finish top on his own. He'll need just one and the win to finish joint top with Jeff Cobb. Seth now with a neck breaker on Cobb. Can Seth dethrone Jeff Cobb as the #1 ranked superstar in SWE? I mean, bearing in mind, Seth is the champion and has been for a while. He does deserve to be top of the rankings, but Jeff Cobb has obviously earned his way at the top. Cobb sending Seth into the corner. Spins him around, and there's a big uppercut, another one, a trifecta, a four-factor, a five-factor. Looking for the six-factor. Seven-factor. I don't know what the numbers are, so I'm just sticking with it. And a drop kick. Seth is down as Jeff Cobb now grabbing a hold of Walter. Spits him out the way now, around the back of Walter in that big German suplex. Oh, Jeffrey here in firm control. Both his opponents are grounded as Jeffrey now looking for the deadlift. German keeps the grip, rolls their hip. It's not a German. Deadlift gut wrench. Keeps the grip, rolls the hip for the second. And oh, Walter got dropped on his head. Walter got dropped on his head. And oh, out of nowhere, Seth with a jumping knee strike on Jeff Cobb. Seth rolling Walter through again. Again, another super kick right in the face. Seth now dropping into the pin for the 1, the 2. No, Walter able to kick free. What? I've messed this up, this rankings here, haven't I? Yeah, there we go. So I gave Bret Hart's -point to Walter by mistake, but I've just fixed it. I would have noticed by the end of the match anyway, but I just fixed it now. Seth now with the armbar, wrenching it back. Jeff Cobb can see it in his mind. He's like, I want to break it up. But at the same time, I want Walter out of here. Jeff Cobb taking Walter up into a... Oh, wow. Wow, what a backbreaker powerbomb. Walter was too close to the ropes. Jeff now catches a hold of Seth Rollins. In with that front chancery. And now Jeff launches Seth for the air, catches him in the German. There's going to be enough for elimination here. Jeff drops into the pin for the 1, for the 2. Oh my God, Seth kicked out. Seth kicked out. Jeff with a boot in the back of Seth. Walter is back in the ring. And Walter taking Jeff up on the shoulders. Walter in with that driver once again. And Seth jumps on top. Seth wants the pin. Seth wants the ranking point. And Seth's got it. Oh my word, this might just work out for Seth Rollins here. If Seth wins this match, he will go top of the rankings. But Walter could throw a spanner in the works here for Seth. Walter looking for that sleeper, but Seth saw it coming. Spinning Walter around. Off the ropes. Spins around into a neck breaker. Seth now drops in the pin again. If he gets this, he will go top of the rankings and retain his championship. Oh, Walter kicks out. Seth now with a boot right in the spine. Or the knee right in the spine. Rolls Walter through into that knee strike. Walter flops. Is he out? He looks out. He stays out. Seth Rollins wins the match with all 3 eliminations, which means that Seth Rollins is now top of the SWE rankings for the first time in God knows how long. Jeff Cobb has been toppled from the top of the ranking system. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Seth not only retains his championship, but pins all 3 of his opponents. This cough is killing me. I do apologise. But that was insane. That was one of the most exciting matches we've had in such a long time because there was so much up for grabs. Not only the SWE Championship, but like I said, the opportunity to go top of the rankings, and Seth has done it. Wow. Well done, Seth Rollins. And thank you very much once again to Mr. Carpet for your suggestions. Both championships were successfully retained this evening. So thank you very much to everyone for watching as well. Thank you very much for those who have liked and subscribed. Thank you very much to everyone who's been part of the community for some time now. I do love you all. Good night. God bless. Happy birthday to the 1 in 365% chance that yeah, I'm just going to stop talking. I'm going to bed. Good night.